Hello and welcome to Fantasy Football by Ben. Today we'll be doing the injuries. I'll be doing this every Saturday, so stay tuned every Saturday. See my injury updates. The first player we'll be talking about is Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is already ruled out, and he had an ankle injury during the last game, and it took him out from the middle of the second quarter to halftime, and then he came back in the third quarter and played. And it's pretty hard to get over an ankle injury, and so I kind of expected him to not play this week, but at the same time I didn't really know too much about the situation. So, and I mean, he came back and played, so I mean, obviously it didn't affect him last week. So I don't know what he did, and I don't know how long this ankle injury is going to affect him long term, but this week he's out. Don't put him in your lineup. The second player I have on my list is Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith is looking like he'll play this week, but he had an ankle injury last game that took him out in the third quarter. And honestly, it's not a guaranteed, and they might sit him for health reasons, but I mean, for right now, Jonnu Smith looks like he's healthy, and if he's playing, I would play him. He's been a top 5 tight end this year. Jonnu Smith, if he's playing, he's in your lineup. The third player off my list is kind of a player we already knew was out, and I'm just doing this part for hopefully upcoming weeks, whether he's going to be out or not, or what I think, I guess. And Christian McCaffrey looks like he won't be back this week, or maybe even not next week. He hasn't practiced since he's had the high ankle sprain, and I wouldn't count on him this week. And we'll be seeing about him next week. I mean, I can't really judge going forward, but right now I would say it doesn't look good for Christian McCaffrey. So that means Mike Davis owners, you guys are in pretty lucky hands. I mean, but Christian McCaffrey will be back at some point, so be prepared for that, Mike Davis owners. The guy that I have on this list is Julio Jones, and he looks like he'll be ready to go this weekend. I hope they're just taking a cautious approach to his hamstring injury. He looked really great last weekend, so maybe they're just taking a cautious approach. That's what I hope, and I expect him to play this week. Same thing with DeAndre Hopkins, who I have at 5. DeAndre Hopkins returned to practice yesterday, and he looks like he'll be ready to go. Number 6, Michael Thomas is dealing with a hamstring injury, and he won't suit up this weekend, so don't put him in your lineup. And number 7, I have a teammate of Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, who is on the COVID list, and he won't be playing this weekend either. Number 8, I have John Brown. He's dealing with a knee injury, and he won't be playing this Sunday. And his teammate of his, Dawson Knox, calf injury, he won't be playing this weekend either. Number 10, I have Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman is always questionable, and I mean, it happens when the older you're getting, I guess. But so my best advice is just to expect him to play, and if he doesn't play, then you put in somebody else. Number 11, I have A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is dealing with a knee injury. He returned to practice yesterday and is expected to play. Keep a close eye on him. Number 12, Raheem Mostert. Raheem Mostert with a high ankle sprain was already ruled out way before any time that I'm making this video. Number 13, I have DJ Chark. He's questionable, has been limited all week this week. And he played last week, had 14 targets, but you never know what to expect from this week. Number 14, Chris Godwin is expected to play this weekend, but he was limited all week in practice with a hamstring. And I think it's probably just precautionary. And Mike Evans has an ankle injury, and he's most likely going to play too. I think they're just holding back the receivers because they don't want him to get more hurt. Rob Gronkowski's shoulder, but just like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, I expect him to play this weekend. I don't think there's any huge limitations in Gronk, and I think he'll be good to go this week. Number 17, I have Aaron Jones. He suffered a mild calf strain during practice on Thursday, and is a game time decision, so keep a close eye on him. I didn't hear anything about this until today, and so, I mean, I don't know what to expect. I would hope he plays, obviously, but I don't know if he will or not. Jamal Williams might be a good pickup this week, or if he's already owned in your league, then it is what it is. A.J. Dillon could get some work, but I don't expect that. Number 18, I have Tyler Higbee. He had a hand injury and did not practice Thursday, so keep an eye on him. Number 19, I have Keenan Allen, who has been limited in practice all week. Keep a close eye on him as well. Keenan Allen got hurt in the first quarter in their last game, and they had a bye week in between. If he's still questionable, I'm still kind of concerned about Keenan Allen, but I mean, if he plays, you're going to put him in your lineup, and if he doesn't, then you don't. Number 20, I have Jamison Crowder. He's coming off a groin injury, and I don't think it's too serious because he practiced limited on Friday, and so I think he's going to suit up, but I don't know, obviously, and we'll hear about it on Sunday. Number 21, I have Austin Hooper. He has been ruled out for Sunday's game against the Bengals, and it's because he got his appendix taken out yesterday, and so obviously he can't play. Another player that I'm worried about is Darrell Henderson. He didn't practice Thursday because he had a thigh injury, and I don't know what that means going forward, but as of Thursday, he didn't practice, and thigh injuries typically aren't good for a running back, so I would keep a close eye on that one. Next, I'll be talking about Robert Tonyan. Robert Tonyan didn't practice on Thursday, and he was there, but he wasn't working with the team. He was working with like the training staff, and he was moving around on the sideline, which is good because he was taken out of last week's game with an ankle injury and then came back after he got evaluated in the tent, and so that's good to see him back. Again, Sammy Watkins has been ruled out, which means either a bigger role for Robinson or Mecole, which could be both, which would be cool. Next, I'm going to talk about Justin Jackson. Justin Jackson practiced full on Friday, but a knee injury isn't good for a running back, and I mean, he's coming off a 94-yard total game, and so if he's playing, you play him, and that's kind of how it is with everybody on this list that is questionable and potentially playing, but they're a borderline starter every week, or if not, like a secure starter. Number 26, or the next player, I have Scotty Miller. He has a hip/groin injury, and he did not practice Thursday. And maybe it's the same thing they're doing with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So we'll see how they go with that on the season or the rest of the week. Also, a guy I want to talk about is Austin Ekeler. Austin Ekeler is coming off of a serious leg injury, and so obviously he hasn't played the last 2 weeks, and they had a bye. And so Anthony Lynn said that he's going to come back later than sooner. He wants him to be fully healthy, so I wouldn't expect him back in the next couple weeks. He's been placed on IR for a while now, and I wouldn't expect him back after the 3-week IR because they shortened it this year, so I wouldn't expect him back anytime soon. Last but not least, I'll be talking about Tyler Eifert. Tyler Eifert re-injured his neck last week, and he is out for Sunday's game this week. So if you need a tight end to replace Austin Hooper, or if Jonnu Smith doesn't play, can't pick up Tyler Eifert. He's not playing this week. Don't put him in your lineup. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my injury video. I hope it helps you set your lineups. I hope it helps you pay attention. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to ring the little bell and click all. Thank you. It means a lot. I'll see you in the next video, Tuesday. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.